Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hello, baby. Thank you for bringing my fan. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Fonda. How you guys doing? Oh, pardon my appearance. I look a hot mess right now, but it's just gonna have to do what it do. Ooh, I think I had some food poisoning or something. Been up all night, but whew. Just giving people time to come in. I hope everyone's doing okay. Got a couple of I've got one update to take to pick up where we left off. It's not much. Not much has changed in in the case of the baby, but I'm sure things will pick up soon. I do have the name of that judge, though. Man. So how is everyone doing today? Hi, Urban. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you, sweetie. Uh, Hi, Q Rock. How are you, sweetheart? Uh, I'm going to try not to be too long tonight. I need to go back and lay down. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good, sweetie. So, yeah, I need to go lay down and kind of recover from whatever's going on with my stomach, but absolutely trying to stay cool on top of it. So I hope everyone's doing fine. Auntie, can we run you off the line? No. No, you cannot run me off my live. Trust me, if it get too bad, I know how to get up and go. Yes, Barbara, they are. They're sticking to the Perkins confession. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But there is other stuff we could talk about. Hi, Angelina Harris. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you, love. One thing that has picked up is this Tamar situation. And I thought I'd talk about that a little bit. There's several different perceptions, different opinions, and whatnot. And again, unless you're really there, you don't really know the whole story. That includes me as well, that all of us. We're on the outside looking in. And that's part of the problem of being a celebrity. You know, when you're a celebrity and you have things that go down, everything is public, you know. But when you're not truthful about everything, that leaves everything up for speculation, you know. So there's plenty to speculate about. But then there's also the point of using plain and common sense as well. And, you know, we know who we dealing with regard to Tamar. Now, Funky Dineva is not an angel by any means. But in this case, I think he's got a big point here. Oh, let me turn on my music. That might make me feel a little better. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I had an opportunity to talk to Lady Letitia a couple hours ago. She's doing fine. You know, this content creation stuff is no joke. Hi, Retretta. How are you, my love? Thank you, Q Rock. It's soothing, isn't it? I don't think nothing will come to light in baby Emmanuelle's case until they go back to court on the phone. I agree, Barbara. Unless by some fluke, by some major miracle, they find the remains. Because those two are really sticking together. I guess I could go off into this part for now because, like I said, there's not a whole lot to really talk about. Nothing has really changed. The father is, of course, still claiming his wife's innocence. But it's hard to say. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous due to the fact that she reported that baby is being kidnapped from Big Five. And according to Big Five, she didn't have a baby with her when she was in the store. So that's considered a false police report. That's a no-brainer. But they're still uplifting each other. Hi, Jess. Oh, hi, Auntie in chat. Once again, driving to family house for prayer, saying hello to you all while driving. Hope you all are doing well. Miss you, Auntie. I miss you too, Jess. I miss you too, sweetheart. If you have a minute before you get there, give me a call. I should be off my live by then. Just check in. I want to see how you're doing. I want to see your face. Hi, Jay Breezy. Thank you, Jay Breezy. You know what? I drank some ginger ale, and that helped me a little bit. They're both monsters. Yes, they are. That used to be my bus route to Ukaipa. Wow. Well, one thing is for sure. The two of them have not yet turned on each other. That's one big deal. Because usually by this time, someone would have flipped on the other. And from what I understand, it was reported that they kind of saw each other in the hallway in passing, and he yelled out to her, "I love you," and the sheriff tackled him down to the ground. These no pressure conferences until after court on that baby Emmanuelle. Auntie, maybe she finalized his days and he is taking the blame. After all, she said he was killed. I thought about that also. I agree, Retretta. They're both involved. Bottom line. And the fact that he's got a criminal past in this area doesn't look good either. But truth be told, them fake tears coming from both of them, that told the tale. Please. You drove the city bus there at the Big Five. Wow. So you know where that Big Five is located, huh? Wow. Hoo-wee. Well, Jess, give the family my love. Tell them I'm praying for all of you guys. I know that this is a very trying time for you. And I even understand if you can't call. I understand completely because this is a lot to deal with. It's definitely a lot to deal with. Plus, you got to get your daughter ready for school, too. Hello, Lawanda. Ooh, this air feels so good on top of my head. Man. But at least it's not pouring. Oh, you hated that route, huh, Barbara? I can imagine. It looked so remote in that area. Hi, down South Stitcher. How are you, sweetie? And oh, down South Stitcher, according to, well, that email that you sent me, that's something that I'm feeling a little better. I'm feeling a little better. I drank some ginger ale. But the email that you sent me, I'm going to look into that some more. And I think it might be a good topic to talk about once we can get past all this other stuff. But definitely, I appreciate you sending that to me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I look like a hot mess. I didn't do nothing today. Oh, okay, good. You sent another one today with more info. Thank you. Thank you. Ukaipa is remote. When I saw us, I would ask, what made you move here? Well, it has to be some good to it, Barbara, if you're still there. So. But it does look rather remote. Ooh, wait. So yeah, like I said, the husband claims his wife is innocent. Oh, thank you, Urban. I appreciate it. I really do. I feel like if I feel like I look, or should I say, if I look how I feel, it was a hot mess. Hi, DJ Wilma. How are you, sweetie? No, I really do think it was food poisoning. Oh, you live in Apple Valley, a whole different part of San Bernardino County. Okay, see, you know what, to be truthful, Barbara, I used to live in Oakland. So, between Oakland, the Bay Area is a lot different. I was watching a video last night about Oakland. Now, you couldn't pay me to live there now. It's awful. Wanda says, I've been just relaxing my mind of everything going on around me. Barely conversation, barely talking on phone, just relaxing. I know that's right, LaWanda. Sometimes you just gotta woosah. Yeah, Oakland is no joke. Oakland is absolutely no joke. I lived there twice. I was like, what was I thinking? It had its good parts too, but the latter time I lived there was worse. Not the place to be. And my head wasn't right being down there, so I had to get up out of there. Oh, wow, Barbara. Oh, thank you, Luwanda, for hitting that like button. You guys, I don't know how many likes we have. So if you forgot, or didn't have a chance to, or whatever the case may be, if you can go back in and hit your like button, I would certainly appreciate it. Trying to get this algorithm moving again. It has plummeted. Okay, y'all, 12 likes. Come on, there's 30 people in the chat. We got 12 likes. We did better than this yesterday. I don't ask for much. I don't get on here and beg for money. I don't get on here and ask for super chats and PayPal and Zelle. I don't get on here and beg. But do the thing that's free. It's the least you can do to support the channel. It's a lot of work to get up here and provide some kind of a content for those that come in. It's not just for, just something to be doing. It's not like I'm bored. Ain't nothing to do. I got plenty I could be doing. But I do this because it means something to me. Yes. Hey, Janae, how are you, my love? How are you, sweetie? How's the kids? Ken folks, please go out and ring the doorbell. I like that. I really do. I'm doing okay, sweetie. I'm just trying to overcome this little food poisoning or whatever it was. Jay Breezy says, I hit the like. I'm Team Nikki and all the hearts and stuff. Thank you. Is the like button the purple crown? The purple crown. No. The like button is the thumbs up. It was okay. Me and went to the festival Sundiata. Oh, hi, Millionaires Club. I'm so sorry I missed you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna speak to you, baby girl. Oh boy, yeah, we took the boys to the festival Sundiata over the weekend, and I lived it. I lived the whole thing. I live streamed the whole thing. It's funny, you guys, that last video got 5.2 thousand views. I was awed. Now, I don't get a dime from that because it was demonetized for copyright. But at least you guys got to see it and got to hear it, and that was the main reason why I did it. I wasn't trying to do that just to get paid, I wanted you guys to get a little dose of Seattle, and the festival that we do every year. And it was a success. Thundering bad there, Lawanda. Oh, wait. Is it lightning too? Yes, it was, Barbara. I was done. I was like 5.2 thousand. Hi, Benjamin. How are you, sweetie? Oh, man, Lawanda. You be careful with that lightning. You know what they used to do with us. Thank you, Jay Breezy, representing Seattle. It looks like it's about to storm there, too. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm about to say, wait a minute. Oh my God, them kids. Them kids at the pool, Fonda. I was so glad to send them home. I ain't gonna lie. Hi, Nadine. Hello, my love. It just got all dark. We needed a break. Yeah, I think we all do. I made it to Seattle in June this year for a couple of days before cruising to Alaska. Did you like the cruise down South Stitcher? Jess went on that cruise to Alaska too, around Mother's Day. Back, what was that, May? Auntie, can I mention another platform here? It's weekly payments over there. I've been going live. You will have fun there. Yeah, in a little bit, hon. In a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it down South Stitcher. We're gonna plan a cruise. The kinfolk gonna plan a cruise, but we gotta go somewhere nice and warm. So we gotta get together and put that plan in motion. But I love cruise ships. I mean, they're beautiful. Can't go up there where it's cold. It's too cold here when it gets cold. These bones be telling me off in several languages. Half of them I don't understand, but I know they hurt. Is it more economical to cruise Alaska from Northwest Coast than from here? Yes, it is. It is, Benjamin. As a matter of fact, if you go to an Alaskan cruise from here, I can take a Uber to the dock as opposed to hitting a plane. Yeah, we're very close to Alaska. I don't mean promoting. I was telling you where the bag is. I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Irvin. But I'll have you come up in a little while, hon. Hold on a sec. Yes, Benjamin, it is. It's literally maybe depending on the time of day and traffic. Maybe about a 30-minute max Uber drive. Plan in motion, the cruise, yes, Fonda, yes. Paying money. Okay, Urban. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me get this knocked out of the ballpark first. First things first here. Okay. Well, as I stated earlier, there's not much left to talk about for now about baby Emmanuelle, but we're going to keep our eyes open on that. And when something comes up, we'll definitely talk about it. I did, however, get the name. I don't know if I told you the name of this judge that let him off of that light sentence. His name is Judge Dwight Moore. I honestly believe he's going to get some drawback on this as well. Because had he not given that man a slap on the wrist, that baby wouldn't be here. I mean, that baby wouldn't be dead. Most definitely. But anyway, let me turn this down. It's starting to get loud in my ears. Okay. We are going to go over this Tamar Braxton Funky Dineva battle. It's gotten real funky, all right. It's gotten real funky. And it just goes to show that, I know that the business is Holly weird or whatever people want to call it, But truth be told, these are still human beings and they have human feelings. And some things just need to be addressed just as they are. We all know that Tamar is a hot mess. I'm sure we all know that. Tamar Braxton has been an attention whore. That's the best way for me to put it. I will keep you informed because it's happening here where I'm at. The judge that case was a traveling, just sitting in. Exactly. He was just sitting in. He was a stand-in. And you see what kind of mess he created? Well, Barbara, I appreciate you if you keep me abreast of what's happening. Because I'm trying to keep up with a lot of stuff. Benjamin says, I'm not sure what happened with Funky Dineva and YouTube. I block out a lot of black YouTube, TBH. They have so much drama, it drains my energy. I felt same with Angie, although she was an honorable woman. Yes, she was an honorable woman. She still is. We still got to keep her name out there too. Justice for Angie Stone. Justice for Mia Sims. I got to start putting that out here in my description. These hashtags that I want to keep out there. But this thing with ain't it the truth, Fonda? Ain't nothing worse than an attention whore. And she does definitely fit that. Well, apparently, she actually did lose some teeth. Well, I'm not going to even say that because I got questions still. So there's a dentist by the name of Dr. Amira Ogunleye. Amira Ogunleye. She's a doctor of dental surgery. And she claims to be the dentist that treated Tamar. You saw the person regurgitating. Oh, yeah. Ain't that a mess, Barbara? Get some content, dude. Let me leave it alone. Something interesting about this situation with Tamar, according to her story, because I've been watching a lot of other content creators, and they all basically have the same, mindset. Without naming them, I'm not going to name those other content creators because I don't want to put anybody on the spot at all. Okay. But something that was said this morning. Hold on. I'm not killing nobody's dream, but I doubt she makes it in music business. She's known more for antics than music. It's like a joke. And you know what, Benjamin? It's sad because that girl is so talented. Oh my God, that girl's voice, that young lady's voice is so dynamic. But her antics, her behavior, it's just ridiculous. She's more of a reality star now. Yeah, she did it as a promo for that little tired little movie she got coming out. But something was said, and this is where I I'm still not sure. I'm not 100% sure that she lost her teeth. And if she did, I don't believe, well, I'm not sure that it was due to sleepwalking, as this dentist claims it could could possibly be. Yeah, you know what? Her best song, Millionaire's Cove, was Love and War. Everything else, she ain't had a hit since then at all. Mm. So Dr. Amira Ugunleye claims to be the dentist that treated Tamar, and this doctor is out of Miami, Florida. Clue number one, because Tamar lives in Atlanta. Okay. She stated that Tamar flew within 24 hours. She flew to Miami for her services. However, it was earlier stated that Tamar had herself driven to Miami because she didn't want to be recognized in the airport. There's a conflict of statements right there that got me right away. Okay. But for the dentist to speak on her medical issues, her dental issues for that matter, aren't there HIPAA laws to control all that? You can't talk about people's health, dental, whatever, any kind of medically related things. There's HIPAA laws. You see what I'm saying? And not only did this dentist make comments with regard to the dental aspect, but she went on to talk about the fractured septum or dislocated septum and recommended that she see a medical doctor about that. She also stated that it's very possible that this happened because of sleepwalking. So, with that said, let me play this for you. Did you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that? Put a 1 in the chat if you could hear that, because I certainly need to turn it down. Now, this is a legitimate dentist. I looked her up. She is definitely a legitimate cosmetic dentist, too. So you guys didn't hear that. Okay, good. Because it just blared in my ears when I clicked on it. Oh my goodness. So let me turn this down just a little bit, because it came out pretty loud. You know I'm still getting the hang of this. Exactly, Nadine. Even if she had permission, I would think she would have given this information out. I mean, that would have been the first thing she would have said is, I have permission to share this. Hi, Dawn. Let me share this little statement with y'all. Uh-oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay, I hope this doesn't get too loud.
for Tamar, and we are confident that we're going to restore her smile back to its original beautiful state. It is imperative. People's smiles are so much bigger than just aesthetic, and this is the way we communicate. And for her, this is her gift to all of us, her beautiful voice. So we will update you soon.
Hold on, y'all couldn't hear that at all? Let me see what I can do about that. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to see if I can start this over. I'm not too familiar with Instagram, I ain't gonna lie.
A beautiful new Tamar. Tamar Braxton.
Okay, could you guys hear that? Put a 1 in the chat if you could hear when I turned it up. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to restart this. Hold on a second. Let me pull this down. Y'all, please bear with me. Because man, I am not a big Instagram user. And I don't see anywhere where I can adjust the volume or anything or start the video over for that matter. Let's see. Dagnabbit. Okay, according to
Sharing her near-death experience. I just had to speak about what I was going through. Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida.
okay, from what I understand, in pulling this up and opening it up, she does actually have the patient's full consent as an educational opportunity. So that was done 4 hours ago. Okay, so here we go.
I was recently contacted by Tamar Braxton's team who reported a very traumatic injury. She woke up in a pool full of blood and saw many fractured teeth on her floor. She flew to me immediately within 24 hours. Upon evaluation, I confirmed that she did, in fact, have several fractured teeth. She even had an avulsed tooth, which is a tooth that's come completely out of the socket. She also appeared to have a fractured septum. We were able to perform immediate oral surgery on her, and we were able to stabilize her for now as she continues to heal. However, she will require several appointments to get her fully to her original smile. We also recommended that Tamar immediately see a medical doctor to evaluate which appeared to be the deviated septum, broken septum, and upon their evaluation, they determined that she did in fact have a fractured nose. As far as the cause, the medical team ruled out seizure, ruled out stroke, and the only thing left that it could possibly be is somnambulism, which is sleepwalking. Oftentimes, in cases of sleepwalking, the person has no memory or recollection of what they've done. They're able to walk, they're able to move, they can even injure themselves, and then they do not remember the next day. That appears to be our best guess right now as we're still trying to figure out how something like this occurred. And although Tamar's situation is rare, this is a great learning opportunity that if this ever does happen to you, if you find yourself in a situation with an avulsed tooth, you should pick up your tooth by the crown, not the root. Touching the tooth by the root could harm a lot of the vitality of it. you want to try to rinse it with milk or saline. And if you can, you want to insert it directly back into the socket if possible. If you're unable to do that, you can store it in milk or inside the cheek of your mouth. The idea is to keep it moist and see your dentist
Hi,
immediately.
Camille.
And we might have a chance to re-implant it, and eventually the bone will integrate with it once again. Now, we are working extremely hard for Tamar, and we are confident that we're going to restore her smile back to its original beautiful state. It is imperative. People's smiles are so much bigger than just the aesthetic. This is the way we communicate. And for her, this is her gift to all of us, her beautiful voice. So we will update you soon with a beautiful new Tamar. Tamar Braxton.
Okay, here's the deal. I didn't get a chance to play the whole. Well, I didn't pull up the whole video. You guys just heard the audio, and I forgot to hit the button. Please don't kill me. Do you mind if I play it one more time so you can see the entire video? Because there's some I want to speak about and see in this video. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like for me to play the entire video again. The video and the audio this time. Y'all please forgive me. I'm still kind of out of it. But you may not have seen this video because they've got pictures, they've got snapshots of allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know if that's her mouth or not. I don't know if those are her teeth or not. Okay, you saw it on Tamar's page. Okay. Well, everyone else that hasn't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Sharing her near-death experience.
I just had to speak about what I was going through.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida. I was recently contacted by Tamar Braxton's team, who reported a very traumatic injury. She woke up in a pool full of blood and saw many fractured teeth on her floor. She flew to me immediately within 24 hours. Upon evaluation, I confirmed that she did, in fact, have several fractured teeth. She even had an avulsed tooth, which is a tooth that's come complete.
Okay, this is what I wanted to point out. Now, just work with me here, okay? As I mentioned earlier, she said that this dentist said that Tamar flew to her within 24 hours of this happening, okay? However, it was stated earlier that she was driven from Atlanta to Miami because she didn't want to be recognized in the airport. You guys follow me? That's contradiction number 1. Contradiction number 2, if you notice in this picture, do you see the blood right here along the side? I know this picture is not very, easy to see, but there's blood. There's even blood on the root. Exactly, Benjamin. But here's the thing. From the time that she woke up and found her teeth on the ground to the time that she got to the dentist, wouldn't this be dry? Would it not be fresh blood? I mean, where's all this fresh blood coming from? From teeth that you carried up there with you. Exactly, down South Stitcher. A 10-hour drive. But she didn't want to fly to Miami. I'm calling this cap. I agree with you, Retretta. You guys, it doesn't make sense. This That is freshly removed teeth or tooth. Exactly, Lawanda. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Who is this friend? Who is this friend? Yes, Barbara, this looks like a tooth that was just pulled out. Not a tooth that was laying on the ground and she picked it up and put it in a baggie or something like that. Because if that were the case, that blood would be dry. Exactly, Lawanda. But there's two stories. There's two conflicting stories. That's the good question. Wolf, did it even happen? Because just showing me a picture of a dentist talking and then little blips edited into the video of teeth does not mean they were her teeth. Those were pictures that could have been Googled. Somebody could have Googled that and threw them to the video. You see how it was edited in? Exactly, Benjamin. Tons of dentists all over Georgia and even North Florida if she didn't want to stay in Atlanta. I think this may be a plot, but what do I know? You speak in truth. It makes a lot of sense. Her family still hasn't come out to make a statement. And you wonder why? Because they don't mess with her. She's drama. Exactly, Barbara. If you wanted to really convince the people, why aren't you in the video with her? Why is this dentist giving a statement outside of a building? Oh, and incidentally, I guess it was said earlier in the chat about her ethnicity. Yes, she is American and she did, in fact, marry an African. But these are things that I noticed right away. I'm like, wait a minute. At first, it was she had to be driven to Miami. Why would you go all the way from Atlanta to Miami for dental work? Even though this woman is uh, a cosmetic dentist for the stars, like especially for athletes. I read up on her. I'm sorry to hear about that, Lawanda. But it's just weird. The party was in Miami because that's where he lives. But she lives in Atlanta. And it was said that she didn't want to, because she asked for Miss Heavenly's uh, telephone number. Dr. Heavenly is an Atlanta dentist. She was on Married to Medicine. She was on Married to Medicine. She resides and has her practice in Atlanta. You would think Missy would say something. Okay, but this is just some one thing I wanted to point out because this is what makes this story fall apart for me.
Could be out of the socket. She also appeared to have a fractured septum. We were able to perform immediate oral surgery on her and we were able to stabilize her for now as she continues to heal. However, she will require several appointments to get her fully to her original smile. We also recommended that Tamar immediately see a medical doctor to evaluate, which appeared to be the deviated septum, broken septum, and upon their evaluation, they determined that she did in fact have a fractured nose. As far as the cause, the medical team ruled out.
You know what, Barbara? I didn't even think of that. He did say he drove her home. So where was home at? Miami? or Atlanta, because he was in Miami. She lives in Atlanta. It is fun. All of this is weird. And yes, millionaires go. I understand they travel. But this whole story starts out looking like a PA stunt that went wrong, that went very wrong. And just some of this doesn't. And here's the thing, if it ain't a PA stunt, if it's not a public, publicity stunt, then who sleepwalking? Sleep really? No, no indication that maybe somebody didn't just bust her in her mouth. Where's this person that found her? Where's her friend? Has anyone heard from that person? That's a possibility, Barbara. That's a possibility. It just, the stories don't connect. Miami, Atlanta, whatever the case may be. Why would she want to get on an airplane or not want to get on an airplane if she was already in Miami? It was specifically stated that she boarded an airplane, or the woman said it, the dentist said she flew to me. Did you hear what she said in the beginning? Tamar flew to me within 24 hours. If she was already in Miami, where did she fly from? It is far fetched. It don't, the math ain't mathing. And yes, she probably this is the kind of attention that Tamar wallows in. But her lies, if they are lies, if you're gonna lie, lie correctly. The dentist said she flew. Now, if she was already in Miami, why would she need to fly to her? This dentist is in Miami. Funky Dineva is in Miami. Where's this friend that found her laying in a pool of blood? We ain't heard not hiding her hair of this person. She flew from on high. But you see what I'm saying? Some of these dots ain't connecting. Probably so, Auntie, and it's so embarrassing. I hope not, but if so, I won't feel bad for her. I thought she didn't remember what happened. Now it's sleepwalking. I'm baffled. Thank you. Well, you know what, Barbara? I think Tamar is lying more so than Funky Dineva. The reason I say that is because he's the one that suffered all the dragging. He's the one that suffered all the dragging. And I'm going to show him what he came out with today. But if you notice, here, let me play the rest of this and I'll tell you what I need to say.
Without stroke, and the only thing left that it could possibly be is somnambulism, which is sleepwalking. Oftentimes, in cases of sleepwalking, the person has no memory or recollection of what they've done. They're able to walk, they're able to move, they can even injure themselves, and then they do not remember the next day. That appears to be our best guess right now as we're still trying to figure out how something like this occurred. And although Tamar's situation is rare, this is a great learning opportunity that if this ever does happen to you, if you find yourself in a situation with any false tooth, you should pick up your tooth by the crown, not the root. Touching the tooth by the root can harm a lot of the vitality of it. You want to try to rinse it with milk or saline. And if you can, you want to insert it directly back into the socket inside the cheek of your mouth. The idea is to keep it moist and see your dentist immediately, and we might have a chance to re-implant it, and eventually the bone will integrate with it once again. Now, we are working extremely hard for Tamar, and we are confident that we're going to restore her smile back to its original beautiful state. It is imperative. People's smiles are so much bigger than just the aesthetic. This is the way we communicate. And for her, this is her gift to all of us, her beautiful voice. So we will update you soon with a beautiful new Tamar.
Okay, so with that said, let me just point out the obvious. We all know that Tamar is who she claims to be. Tamar. Tamar Braxton. And yes, she is a flip flop. Um, Here's something I wanted to point out. She said, or should I say, remember when Funky Dineva came out and practically threatened her, look, you gonna do this, that, and I'm gonna tell it all. Now I'm gonna tell it. All he wanted was an apology or explanation, to the public because they were dragging him, saying he did something to her. He wasn't accused of being involved in some kind of publicity stunt. He was being accused of physically harming her because she was last seen with him at his birthday party. It was his birthday party. She the one that came in there like it was her party. See? But I just thought it was rather ironic that he had to damn near threaten her in order for her to come out with something of substance to clear his name from causing her bodily harm. But by that time, the damage had already been done. She waited so long. She stopped taking his calls. She comes out with this little half-ass apology that really didn't seem all that genuine. And then turns around the next day and deletes the apology and unfollows him. And she's been saying these subliminal messages in all her posts and stuff. Private jets, although I doubt so in this case, are not public record necessarily. Well, see, that's just it. Benjamin, she don't have no private jet. It was stated that she didn't want to get on the plane because she didn't want to be recognized at the airport. And then said that she was driven. That's a 8 to 10 hour drive. But I could see someone who don't want to be seen doing that, I guess. But this dentist said that she flew. What's it gonna be? But her behavior since then, since yesterday, after Funky Dineva has to basically almost threaten her with the truth that she don't want out there, then she comes out and gives this little half-ass apology. I'm going to share with you what Funky Dineva had to say. Let me remove this off the stage first. Okay, get off the stage, doggone it. Okay. Duh. Okay, what the heck? There we go. Here we go. Can y'all hear this? Hold on just a second. You know what? This something's going on with this stream. Okay. Hooey. Let me see if I can turn this up some more. For some reason, this sound is not working very well. If there's a way I can turn this up, I've got it turned up all the way. Okay, let me try it. Okay, you guys can't hear this at all? That's odd. I got this thing turned up 100%. It was too loud for Tamar. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, there's two ways to skin a cat. Let me try one more thing. I gotta calm down though. Dang it. Okay, I don't know what the deal is with this volume on here. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense at all. Hold on a second. Let me go grab my phone. Hold on. I'm going to still play this, but keep going.
So you posted in your stories last 24 hours. Somewhere along the way that I told you yesterday.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and play this audio from my phone because apparently it's not working from this laptop. So give me a second.
I told you yesterday you was gonna pay me for my pain. I told you yesterday you was gonna pay me for my pain. See, you the type of person, you ain't used to having nobody around you to meet you where you at. All right. I'm equally as crazy. I'm equally mentally and emotionally unstable as you are. All of this was supposed to be put to bed yesterday. When I woke up yesterday, first person I got a call from, Tamar's publicist. Second person I got a call from, two other people in her camp that's in her business. Everybody wanting to know, what can we do to put this to bed? What can we do? Q, don't do it. Q, be the bigger person. Q, what we got to do? You know how Tamar is. Y'all know how she. Q, please don't. Q, what we got to do? Q, we've been talking to her. Q, we try. My words to everybody was, why are y'all talking to me? Why aren't y'all talking to her? It would take 2 seconds to put all this to bed. The only thing I was looking for was some level of acknowledgement from her that I had did nothing to her and that I had no parts of what she had going on. All right? Now, I ain't no damn fool. We had to twist, move, bend her arm, and get an act of Congress for her to post a little post. And the post read something to the effect of, no matter what he says, I love Funky Dineva. And if I would have known what was going on while I was recovering, I would have said something. That was enough for me. That was enough. I just needed something to put the internet to rest about everybody with all these think pieces that they did, that I did something to you. The whole while you were fully aware that it was going on. The whole while you're recovering, you are on the internet posting, you're texting me back and forth and texting everybody else. You see this stuff. And I still gave grace. I said, okay, something happened to the girl. She's not doing well. I can weather this storm. I've weathered other storms. And at the very end of the day, to be honest with you, I was down in Miami having a good time. It really was not bothering me to that magnitude. Humans have the attention span of a gnat. It was going to eventually blow over. All right. Here is where things have gotten sticky for me in this moment. I ain't some old easily pacified ass bitch. So you posted in your stories last 24 hours. Somewhere along the way, the devil don't got on your damn shoulder. You went back and deleted it, unfollowed me, blocked me, which I'm fine with all of that. But the thing is, these are all things that are easily traceable by the internet. These are all things that signal the soft apology or soft explanation was hollow from the get-go. It was never genuine. You never intended to do it. Your arms had to be twisted in order to do it, and you didn't mean it. Fine. What I'm not understanding is why then the additional subliminal post? Like, why couldn't you just wake your ass up this morning and eat breakfast with whatever few teeth you had left and be done with it? Ain't no fun with the rabbit got the gun. Bitch, my voice is my PR stunt. All that years of gossiping and hating you did, and it still ain't stopped shit. Now, there's a world out there where people can say, Funky Dineva, but she didn't at you. She could be talking to anybody. Say that shit for y'all, mama. Don't come over here fucking playing with me. In what world are two people in the middle of a disagreement, the other person starts posting stuff that fits the mold of the disagreement, but they're not talking to me? Go play in somebody else's face. She's talking to me, and I'm talking right back to her ass. And Tamar, here is what I didn't say over the week. I woke up in a pool of blood. Let me go post it to the internet to stir up all this damn frenzy and then leave people with no details. You like this type of shit. You like all this sympathy and speculation and gossip and all of this type of shit. You like this type of shit. I don't. None of this would have been had you just been normal and patched yourself up and went on about your business. You are the only person on the planet, something medically happens to them before they even heal. You run into damn Instagram stories to post something. You set all this shit in motion. The folks come attacking the shit out of me because y'all know fucking ain't on drugs. He must have gave her drugs. He must have did something. The videos are coming and coming and coming and coming. I even send you the screenshot that says, girl, this thing is starting to grow legs. That was your cue to say something. And you were like, what? I didn't say anything. I'm in the hospital. And I'm like, fine, she's in the hospital. Leave it alone. Like, how many days was I supposed to just sit back and let these people eat me alive for doing something nefarious to you, and you were not going to come forth and say nothing? I gave your team so many various outs. She can just write, I love you, Funky Dineva. That would just clear the air. Let people know I didn't do nothing to you. Not that I honestly think any reasonable person thought that I did something to you anyway, but still. And then in the midst of your recovery, you gonna drop the music video to further make it look like all of this was a stunt. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not participating in that. I got ate up all weekend as a result of you running to the internet to tell some shit that did not need to be told, and you finna pay me for my pain.
Well, now y'all heard all that, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard all that. If you didn't hear it, I'll stop it right now. Hello, Leanne. Hi, Kathy. Okay, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'm doing it the ghetto way, but I'm making sure that you hear what this man has to say.
Your team broke my phone down yesterday. What we got to do to put this to an end? It's really nothing to put to an end. Just tell her, let the people know I didn't do nothing to her and we good. Honestly and truthfully, after yesterday, I just knew a couple days was going to go by and child, we'd have been back going to dinner or slapping five or whatever the case may be. I never really was that upset about it. I was just like, damn, friend not going to clear this up. I just wanted it cleared up. Now all of a sudden the block, the unfollow, bitch, what I did to you? Let's have that conversation. What I did to you?
Well,
I'm the one whose reputation is getting ran through the mud. What did I do to you between yesterday and this morning that got you mad? What did I do to you that got you blocking me and unfollowing me and sending subliminal posts? And all of y'all on the internet, y'all can kiss my ass with this man arguing with a woman. It's a show lives. A piece of man, a half a man, a wannabe woman, a trans man, a sissy, a punk. I'm all of them things at the same damn time. See, you might could go play with all the rest of them and play up in their face, but you not finna play in mine. And I'm here to tell you, every single time somebody send me a post that remotely feel like you subliminally talking to me, I'm gonna hop my ass on this YouTube and make another $5,000 off of a video off of your ass. You gonna pay me for my pain. You gonna pay me for my pain. And I mean that. Oh, I'm finna get my whole Miami trip paid for off your name. He clout chasing. I'm finna clout chase your ass straight to the damn bank. Cause you gonna learn today. In the words of Ray Charles, you got the right one, baby. You got the right damn one. Oh, sister, you don't met your mics. You don't met your mics, baby. So again, to you and to your team and to everyone else, I thought it was done when we came to our first agreement. I thought it was done. See, now we don't have a breach of contract. So again, here are the new rules of engagement. You don't say nothing, I won't say nothing. You don't post nothing, I won't post nothing. That goes for subliminal posts too, including but not limited to, oh, God elevating me to a new level and removing people out my life. Nope.
Fonda, you can't hear? Everyone else put a 1 in the chat when they said they could hear. Can everybody hear? Fonda, if you can't hear, maybe you can't. Maybe you need to exit and come back in. The 1 in the chat means that you can hear. A 2 would mean no, you can't hear. Okay. Well, Fonda, I think you may need to exit and come back out. Come back in. Or maybe you need to refresh your screen. You might be way behind. Okay, let's resume.
We not taking none of them. We not accepting none of them. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got to go. We ain't. Nope, you talking to me. The only thing acceptable in your post is good night, album coming soon. Anything your ass posts that can remotely be interpreted as pointing at me or involving this situation, I'm going to get on this internet and make another $5,000 off your ass. So I'm on whatever you on. If you ready to help me finance my Range Rover, we can do that. Or if you would like peace, as you said you would, we can do that. But I'm gonna back your ass the fuck up off me today. You gonna leave me the hell alone. And you gonna stop posting shit, talking to me. You got the right one, baby. The choice is yours, and the ball is now in your court. Do with it as you will. Choose wisely.
Well, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. It's very odd, though. It's very odd that it's just very, 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 very odd. Some of the things that were stated earlier, and now it's backpedaled even more. Yeah, ooh wee. That brother ain't joking. This ain't no joke. But my biggest question, where's the person that found her? Where's the person that found her? Because remember what he said yesterday. He said, I have been trying to protect you medically and romantically. And it was interesting that he said those two things. So that means he's keeping secrets. And he almost threatened to come out with them yesterday. That's when she came out with the little half-ass apology. And then got mad and dropped him as a friend. Not a good move. Not a good move. That part, Retretta. Where's the police? No 911 call. I have a theory. And I'm going to say allegedly, 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 allegedly. I don't know. All I'm saying is what came into my little head right here. We're hearing a bunch of PR stuff. Okay. So be it. But the one thing that keeps sticking with me is where's this person that was with her when she woke up? Haven't heard a word. We don't know if it's male or female. But let's put some puzzle pieces together. Shall we? He said he's protecting her medically and romantically. So we don't know who that was. Clearly, it's someone they don't want known. I just find it odd that this person found her in a pool of blood. And then I find it odd that this dentist gives a scenario of possibly sleepwalking. Said something about it being a rare situation. But you know what ain't rare? I'm going to say allegedly again. You know what's not rare? Someone socking you in your face busting your nose, knocking your teeth out. That's not rare. You know what else ain't rare? The person that got hit covering up for the hitter. I know that might sound messy, but I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to follow a narrative. I'm looking at all potential possibilities. We've been here for a while. What child? 6-year-old. Fonda, who we talking about, love? You said a child, the 6-year-old. This is another reason why I said this. And this is a little nugget that I promised I wasn't going to drop it. And I'm not going to drop the whole nugget. But I went on another content creator's site this morning. This person's going to remain nameless because I'm not putting them in no mess. But I watched someone's live this morning. And a statement was made in the chat by someone that was in this person's live stream. And they made a comment, and that content creator read that comment. And the content creator's response was, "Ooh, I can't put that up on the screen." So I got nosy. I'm looking for the comment. It was deleted. However, when you're watching it on your television, you can see the chat along the bottom right-hand corner. I saw the remark. I saw who it was from. And it's something, if it were true, she most definitely don't want it out there in public. So, with that said, he's protecting her. He's protecting her medically. Exactly, Leanne. And you know what else? The person that found her might have been the one that did it. The person that was there, because remember, Funky Dineva said two things. He says, I have been protecting you medically and romantically. Romantically would substantiate the person that was there. She don't want nobody to know about. But see what I read in that chat, and they named the initials of that person. She don't want this out there. And it's medical. I'm just saying this allegedly. Because you know this internet can get real funky. People throw things out there left and right. So I'm not trying to carry a bone. You saw that too, Retretta? There's some information that she don't want Funky Dineva to drop. And if this is true, what was said in that chat and was suddenly deleted, Wow. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say what it said. Because number one, I'm not trying to be sued based on somebody else's statements. That's why I keep saying allegedly. Allegedly. This was a statement that somebody said in somebody else's chat. And I saw the statement. And it wasn't meant for it to hang there for everybody else to see. But I'm sure other people saw it as well. Yep. Tain't pretty. But I'm feeling a cover up. More so than a PR. I'm feeling a cover up. I really am. The more I think about it, the more I study this whole situation, somebody's getting covered up. Romantically, medically. Here's a possibility. That individual that found her, she don't want nobody to know he was there. Because it's hard for me to sit up here and speculate, oh, she went sleepwalking and boom. Yes, Retretta. I've learned that one. I've learned that one. You can see some things on that TV you ain't going to see on your phone. Okay, Fonda, good. I think you were far behind. You might want to hit your refresh just to make sure you're with everyone else. But there's something going on with this whole thing. Okay, Fonda. There's something with this whole story that don't sit right. And it's more than just a PR stunt. Because this man, you can listen to this man and know he is genuinely upset. Fonda, if you can hear fine now, don't worry about it. Just chill. I'm just concerned that you might be farther back in the chat. But the bottom line is that we all know how stuff goes down in relationships and stuff like that. And, people are people. People fight, people argue. We know how certain people's dispositions are and how they can trigger someone else's disposition. And at some point in time, ain't nobody going to care who you are if you get out of pocket with them. Now, I'm not condoning any man hitting a woman. Oh, yeah. But it's not that big, Dawn. It's not that big. You really have to get up on that TV just to see it in that lower corner. And if they delete it out of their chat, you don't necessarily see it deleted off of that little corner there. Because I took 2 screenshots. I have it. I have the receipt of what was said. Now I'm going to hold on to that. I've shared this receipt with one other person who will also remain nameless. Dawn, you got better eyes than me. But I'm just saying what I'm saying. When I saw what I saw this morning, good evening, Prophetic Proverbs. How are you, love? Oh, yeah, we're talking about Tamar and Funky Dineva. But it is a serious topic because it does potentially bring up an even crazier dimension to this whole thing. It will get online This is what a content creator who is sneaky would do. They have someone, wait a minute, they have someone who acts like a newbie subscriber to say something. They then block the person and then Subi vanishes, but it's out. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. No, that dentist said that sleepwalking to throw people off, but she got busted in her mouth. Sleepwalkers don't bust their mouth like that. My cousin sleepwalked but never hurt herself. Never. That's the thing that gets me. Is this the first time she's ever sleepwalked? And if you, I don't know, maybe the impact, but I'll give her credit for this. Yeah, I'll give her credit for this. Maybe she did fall and bust her head on something. But to bust your head and your teeth, knock 4 teeth out simultaneously, I don't know. We haven't heard from that person. Yes. I'm tripping because it was said that someone found her. Someone found her. Where's that person now? Why haven't they been questioned? Where's the police? I mean, you wake up and you immediately jump on Instagram and say, "Oh my God, I just woke up in a pool of blood. I don't know what happened. And I'm missing teeth and my nose is busted and I almost died." If you were sleepwalking, how did you know that you almost died? Do sleepwalkers know they're going to die? I'm just asking a question. And it wasn't even a diagnosis, it was a suggestion. But the person may not be made up, Retretta. The person might be the one that did it. And she's covering up for him, allegedly. I'm just saying that's a possibility. Yeah, I think that I think the story is made up. But if it did happen, it's real suspect the way it happened. I don't know if those were her teeth in that video that doctor was showing earlier. They didn't show her being seen by this dentist. They just have a video of a dentist saying that she called her and flew up there within 24 hours. That was liar suspect number one, because it was earlier said that she drove to Miami. The dentist says that she flew to her within 24 hours. Now, if you really want the truth out there, if people think you're lying, wouldn't you want to be seen with the dentist that's checking you out? Wouldn't you want to be seen? It's possible, and it's possibly not. She showed a picture of a mouth, Diane. Hi, Diane, by the way. She showed, they showed little snippets of busted up teeth in a mouth during the dentist video. They were edited into the video. We don't know if those were her teeth. I asked the question, one of those teeth, I stopped the doggone video to show that the teeth were still wet with blood. Wouldn't that have dried up? Would there be blood around the tooth laying on a black napkin or whatever that was if she was in there within 24 hours? Would there still be blood on teeth that have come out of your mouth that you found on the ground? Those are the things I'm looking at. You can show me pictures of teeth all you want, but that don't mean they're yours. Because then I'm going to start looking at the teeth. Oh, well, that one's interesting. That's got blood all over it. And it's laying next to a pool of blood. Exactly. Exactly, Retretta. We don't know if those was her teeth. All we know is that a reputable dentist, a dentist to many uh, celebrity uh, athletes, got on camera and gave a little video and told us what we need to do if this, that, and if you lose your teeth, don't pick them up by the root and all this stuff. It was an educational video. Hence the reason why during the video it said at the bottom, permission was given as for educational purposes. That's why she had to go into that little spiel about what not to do if your teeth get knocked out. But we haven't seen her face anywhere on treatment. She said she was at the hospital. Where? When? Is there proof of that? Why isn't the person that found her saying anything? Why isn't her family saying anything? Why is she's well enough to get on Instagram and talk about all this stuff. The minute she wakes up, oh, I woke up and I was in a pool of blood and I was the hell. Yes, it would be dry. Thank you, Diane. Rosa. That was what I'm thinking. What she do? Throw him back in there? Shove him back up in there? It's weird. And then you show us some teeth laid on a napkin with blood all over them or laying next to some blood. So again, I think that it came out that way because Funky Dineva started to tell something that she don't want told. Funky Dineva threatened to tell it. And he still couldn't bring himself to tell it. But before he said that, he said, I have protected you medically and romantically. And from what I saw in that chat this morning that was suddenly deleted, that was my answer. That's what she don't want out there. And I'm not going to be the one to put it out there. But y'all stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Something going to come out. But Tamar need to chill. She really needs to chill. She should have kept it all off the internet. But again, there's two scenarios. Somebody did do it to her, or she did it to herself. How can we find it that you saw? I took screenshots, Diane. It's gone. I took screenshots of it before it was deleted. So once you go back to that particular live stream, you're not going to be able to see it. I was just being nosy. I wanted to see what he was talking about. And when I saw what I saw, I was like, wow. So wouldn't one want to keep that person on your side? Why would she piss him off? I believe Funky, he always tells it like it is. You know what? I don't follow Funky Dineva, period. However, reading or listening to him, yes, Diane, it was removed as soon as the content creator saw it. I can't put that on the screen. That's what was said. I can't put that on the screen. But call me. I said, ooh, let me be nosy. And in the chat replay, it was gone. I knew the name that was called out that even said it. And that's what I looked for. But that, yes, he is fighting mad because he didn't do anything to her for her to now turn on him. She unfollowed him. She deleted her apology. So don't get hurt. Don't get butt hurt if your truth start leaking out. Ain't that the truth, Fonda? Hey, Anthony, how are you? Yeah, you kind of late tonight, sweetheart. I'm almost done. I am almost done. But I just wanted to point those things out because, I've been around a long time, as some of you have too. And we've seen a lot. And sometimes when you see something, and no matter what a person says, I saw him too last night too. I know what you mean, Auntie Mickey. So yes, Anthony, check out the replay. You'll enjoy it. Better late than never to show up at Auntie's house. I'm so glad to have you here, Anthony, for real. For real, for real. But yeah, like I said, we all grown folks. We've been around. We have been around and we have seen some things. And sometimes when somebody feeds you a line of bull, you can smell it a mile away. And the more that comes out, the more I smell the bull. You know what I'm saying? But the first question I've always had was where's the friend? Where's the family? I mean, we're talking about someone who sustained some very serious injuries. And your loved ones aren't speaking out. The person that found you isn't speaking out. I'm wondering, was the police ever called? And if not, why? Those are the things that make you think, well, why wouldn't someone call the police if they woke up in that condition? I got 4 teeth laying on the ground in a pool of blood and a busted nose. She sure did, Retretta. She got all the attention. That's right. She got all that attention she craved. And she's loving it. But listen, every kitty cat has its day. Every kitty cat has its day. Sometimes you get more than what you asked for. I just pray she gets her act together, because this double dutch jump rope thing she got going from one side. I love the Lord, I don't. I love the Lord, I'm messy. I love the Lord, I'm messy. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Because you're doing some real messy stuff. You're doing more messy stuff than that of which you declare in the name of God. Now I know you in the industry and whatnot, but doggone it, pick a side and stick to it. Tamar should have stuck with her music. She is just that talented that she could have made it very far in the music industry. So what if Toni Braxton is your sister? Thank God she's your sister. She's the one that helped put you up, even though you don't want to acknowledge that. I know. I know, Retretta. Funky is mad. We can all see that. He told her today, if you don't say nothing, I won't say nothing. This is the new rules of engagement. So you keep your mouth shut, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But the minute you say something else, and I mean, if you so much as subliminally say something that I know it's toward me, I'm going to get back on this internet, on this YouTube, and make another $5,000 off of you. Point blank, period. That must be nice. Somebody say something bad about you, you can get on YouTube and make a video and bam, $5,000. But I don't want it that bad. I don't want to have to go through that kind of hell. It's not it. It's not it for me. So, anyway, y'all, I'm about to jump off of this live and I'm going to go lay back down and recover from this food. I think I had food poisoning. I think I did. Exactly, Diane. Let me put this up. I mean, her story makes it look like she was left for dead. Don't we think the law would be a big factor in this story, be more visible in this? It's all messed up of a story. Exactly. Where are the police? You are a celebrity. You woke up in a pool of blood, missing teeth, broken nose. And the first thing you think to do is run to Instagram? I'd have been running to my phone. 911, what is your emergency? Yes, I just woke up in a pool of blood and 4 of my teeth are on the ground and I have a busted septum. Please come. I'm not going to get on Instagram. Hi, Ron. Oh, thank you so much, Ron. I appreciate you. But don't you think that that would be the logical thing to do? Wouldn't that be the logical thing to do if you just suddenly woke up and you found yourself on the ground? Better yet, your person that's there with you, whomever that was, finds you on the ground. Wouldn't you? Well, oh, I'm sorry. She forgot she was immobile too. So that means she could hardly move. Isn't that what that means? She could hardly move. She almost died. She almost died. That's the first thing she put on Instagram. I almost died. I woke up in a pool of blood and my teeth are missing and I have a broken nose and I almost died. And you thought to get on Instagram? Instagram ain't coming to save you, boo-boo. If you needed saving. Or the flip side is that you didn't want the popo there. Because then the popo would have to ask questions that you don't want to answer. Nor does your company want to answer. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But with all that said, I'm just giving y'all a little something to ponder. And eventually, if what I read in that chat this morning is true, y'all gonna hear a lot more. Y'all gonna hear a heck of a lot more. So I thank you all for coming tonight. You guys stay blessed, stay safe. Keep them wheels turning. I love y'all. Take it easy now. Good night.
Hey Mickey. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you got my mind. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you. Oh Mickey, you're so fine.
The like button, it don't cost you nothing.